This is a chain that can be made out of any metal: silver, brass, steel, copper. Here's one I made in the past, but today's demonstration will be made from copper 18 gauge wire. Okay, party people, get your ruler, get a good pair of snips, and grab your wire. You're going to be cutting so many pieces of 3-inch lengths to create the links for this chain. Eight times speed up so you don't have to sit there and fall asleep. Cut, 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 cutting, cut, snip. Look at all those fantastic wires. Now it's important to curve these wires on a dowel rod or your ring mandrel, just something round. But make sure you put a mark. I'm using the number 12 on my ring mandrel so that I can create all the same shape with all the wires. Look at all these glorious links. All these little U shapes are going to be turning into links of our necklace. But first we have to work hard in each and every one. So you do have to be patient and take the time to hammer all the parts. Focus the harder hammering on the U shape, the curve point of the link, because we will be using pliers to make loops on the straight part. Hammer, 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 tap, tap, tap. Hammer, hammer, tap, tap, tap. Sometimes I make a little song in my head and it helps me get through those parts that might seem a little boring. Hammer, hammer, tap, tap. Hammer, hammer, tap, tap. Grab your round nose pliers and use a Sharpie to choose a size. I go somewhere in the middle and put a mark so that when I do grab the end of that wire, everything is the same size. I'm always bending on that mark. So when I assemble, I go back to my mark, right there where I put my Sharpie, and I bend a loop on one side and bend a loop on the other. Be sure the end of that wire touches the other part of the wire, so it's a very close, tight loop. If they get a little crooked, use your chain nose pliers just to flatten them out. Then go ahead and pick up another new link, thread it through, and repeat. And repeat, and repeat, and repeat over and over until we get to the next step. Now my chain came out to 23 inches long. So I have 34 links before the catch. So I'm going to take this 34th link here and bend it pretty tight. I go ahead and press the others next to it and taper them a little bit so it doesn't look too funky, okay? We don't want funky here. All right, so set that down. Now, haha, it's time to make the catch. So make one more 3-inch link of wire. Take your round pliers. You're going to make the same size loop on one end that you were already making. Okay, and that's going to connect to the chain. After you make that loop, use your ring mandrel or a dowel rod like this, as I spoke of earlier, and just make a curve similar to all the other links you made. Now, the other end, you're going to make a teeny tiny loop. Since this is a solder-free chain design, we really want that other tiny loop tight, and it's going to prevent snagging on your sweater or clothes. Once you get that done, go ahead and work harden it, again focusing on just the curved area for the most part, because we're going to have to open up that larger loop in order to connect it to the chain. Next, using your fingers, just tighten that curve, grab your pliers, and you're going to give a little kick out. See that bend? That makes it easier to connect. Now that I've done that, we want to work harden again, primarily on the curved part. Now remember that link that we smushed closed real tight? Grab that, get it ready. Okay, I set it on my bench pin. Now I'm going to take this catch that I made. The catch is what closes the necklace, right? Okay, take your chain nose pliers, get another pair of pliers if you need it, and we're going to actually give that a 90-degree turn. That turn is going to allow the clasp to lay properly when it's on our neck. But now I'm going to take my chain nose pliers again and just open up that jump ring. It's a simple twist so that I can insert it into that last link on the necklace. So we get that threaded through, and then we'll close that loop up and make sure it's tight. And then we can see how the necklace looks. Oh, that link works really nicely. It's closed. Look at that fantastic chain. Imagine once you do this in copper, you can do it in silver or anything. Thanks you guys for watching.